What's the strangest thing that happened while you were in prison? When I was locked up, our prison had this room called Silent Program. They'd put 6 of us in there at a time and forced us to stare at the wall for an hour. No talking, obviously. No reading or moving. Nothing. They said it was for reflection to get around the torture rules. Everyone knew what it was. The first 2 times I got sent in, I sat still and tried not to think. The 3rd time, I realized the silence was getting inside my head in ways I couldn't undo. It was something about being around other people but not being allowed to interact with them. It made me feel kind of crazy, like none of us really existed. I knew the next time I got sent there, I'd need a way to survive. So I went looking, and that's when I found a Navy survival manual buried at the back of the library shelf. Near the end, there was a section on Morse code. It explained that if a prisoner of war had no voice and no tools, he could still blink messages to their allies. That page changed everything. I memorized the chart in 2 library visits. I didn't tell anyone what I was doing. Instead, I made sure other inmates saw me reading it. I kept it open in the yard, flipped to the same section. I stood in line with the book held outward, as if I wanted someone to ask about it, pretending to trip and drop it in front of people, stuff like that. Within 2 weeks, this guy Mello checked out the same book. A few days later, I saw him blinking in the mirror above the sinks. Then it was another guy, and then another. We all learned on our own, because we all knew better than to say it out loud. By the end of the month, I found myself in Silent Program with 5 other guys who could hold a conversation across that room without speaking a word. We blinked memories and regrets. We tapped sentences against our chair legs about visits we didn't get and letters that never arrived. One man blinked the date of his daughter's birthday and asked if it was too late to fix things. I blinked back that I didn't know, but I hoped not. We never talked about escape or anything like that. We just wanted to be human again for 60 minutes at a time. But this one guy, Antoine, ruined everything. He wasn't the brightest, and he saw us blinking and thought it was some kind of game. He didn't bother learning the system. He just started screwing around, adding in nods and smirks and a fake pattern of winks. It was way too obvious he was doing something, and the guard clocked it right away. He walked slowly across the back wall, watching us, one at a time. He didn't raise his voice. He just said, "You boys think you're so damn clever. Look where you are. You think any of you got anything to say worth hearing?" The next day, the Morse code book disappeared from the library. The chairs in Silent Program were rotated to face separate corners, and a brand new sign was posted on the wall. No communication of any kind. This includes hand signals, tapping, blinking, or repetitive motion. Later that week, they charged me with coordinated defiance. I got sent to solitary. There was one guard I got along with okay, and after I was back in my cell, I asked him why anyone gave a crap that we were blinking at each other. He looked straight at me and said, "Because you reminded everyone they still have a voice." That line stuck with me more than the charges ever did. I've been a free man for a while now, but sometimes I catch myself blinking in patterns when I can't sleep. I still remember Morse code, and I remember every man who learned it with me, and I hope they're living lives where they never again have to figure out a trick in order to be heard.